Kapil Sibal of the Congress joins me. Thanks very much indeed, Mr. Sibal, for joining me. As you watched this landslide in Uttar Pradesh, what did you make of it? Did you accept or did you concede that this shows that there is, whether you like it or not, a Narendra Modi wave still very, very alive and active in this country?
Well, absolutely no doubt that this is an astounding victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they must be congratulated for it. But I wonder what the basis of this victory is, because you might have noticed that throughout the course of the campaign, Mr. Modi was not talking about any developmental agenda. We saw him on television articulating issues which had nothing to do with development. For example, he talked about Shamshan Ghats and things of that sort, and Kabristans. He was seen doing the Aarti on the Ganga. He was saying that I've been called by the Ganga from Gujarat, the Ganga Maya from Gujarat. So the basis of the campaign had nothing to do with development. If the objective was to polarize the polity of Uttar Pradesh, he has succeeded in it. The other very, very astounding factor is that even though he has done it, yet in areas where Dalits are in majority, Muslims are in majority, even those people have voted for him. So this is a phenomenon that I cannot analyze, immediately after the results have been announced. But it will take some time for us to analyze this. But certainly it's a great victory for the BJP.
No, but Mr. Sibal, is it fair to just say that given the scale of the victory, that it was just a case of polarization, that it was just a case of trying to create a Hindu sentiment? Because no doubt those statements were made. But like I said again, the numbers suggest that it was a much, much wider mandate for him and a equally strong rejection of the Congress-SP alliance.
Oh, absolutely, without any doubt. I mean, that's precisely why I said that despite the agenda being to polarize the electorate, that of course he was able to do. But I just said, along with that, how do you explain the fact that in Muslim areas, people voted for him, in Dalit areas, majority areas, where there's, say, a Dalit-Muslim combination, and there was a Muslim candidate of a Dalit party, and yet a BJP won. So that's something that I cannot explain. There's no easy analysis for that. So yes, polarization, but along with that, this phenomenal victory, which at the moment I cannot analyze, which I don't think even you can analyze.
Okay, but would you at least be able to tell me this, that as far as the Congress is concerned, this is the latest in a series of absolutely devastating defeats in politically important states. Yes, you won Punjab, but losing Uttar Pradesh under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi. Is it time, Mr. Sibal, to stop responding to these challenges and questions in generalities about introspection and all of that? And now the time has come to take some hard decisions about who really is competent to lead this party.
Okay, so let's sort of analyze this in two ways. Number one, we have not been in power in Uttar Pradesh for the last 20 years. So whatever has happened in Uttar Pradesh cannot be attributed to the Congress party. Even on the last occasion, we had only 29 members of the Legislative Assembly. So we were in fact in alliance with the Samajwadi Party, hoping that by virtue of that alliance we'll move forward. So I don't think you can attribute this defeat of, one second, let me answer.
Is that unfair though? Is that unfair to your virtually
of the Congress party?
No, is that unfair to blame?
That's certainly not possible.
Is it unfair to blame the defeat on your alliance partner? I mean, you fought this election together. It was very much UP ko ye saath pasand hai, Rahul and Akhilesh side by side.
One second. I'm not blaming them. I am just analyzing for you the situation the Congress party was in before we went into this election. Remember, even with the 29 people, 10 people had left the party before the election took place.
Yes.
So we were actually reduced to about 18 or 19. So 18 or 19 out of 403 is not the basis on which you can hope to come to power in Uttar Pradesh. So that's why we had the alliance, because we were a negligible force in Uttar Pradesh. So therefore, to analyze this and say it's a great defeat for the Congress party, well, the Congress party was not in a position to be victorious in Uttar Pradesh
but
anyway. We had an alliance with the Samajwadi Party, hoping that we would both. One second, let me answer this.
Okay.
So, yes.
Go ahead.
Now can I say, or will you ask the BJP the question that if Modi went to Punjab and campaigned in Punjab, that the victory of the Congress party is a defeat for Modi? You can't.
No, but Mr. Sibal,
because you have to analyze these state elections in the context in which we see them.
Okay, Mr. Sibal,
and the issues are different.
Okay, firstly, I don't think Mr. Modi committed himself to the Punjab campaign in the same way that Rahul did in Uttar Pradesh. But let me then take you up on what you said. You said that the Congress was not even a contender in Uttar Pradesh. Doesn't that then point, Mr. Sibal, to an even deeper problem, which once again is linked directly to your leadership, because Rahul was supposed to be in charge of Uttar Pradesh for now over a decade. And in 2017, you're still not even a contender. So let me then phrase this more directly, that do you think it's time
for
Rahul Gandhi, is it then not time for Rahul Gandhi to step aside and give someone else a chance?
Now you're asking a question and hoping to persuade me to give an answer to that. And I'm not going to fall into that trap, because the defeat or victory of a particular party is contextual. There is no organization of the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh. Our workers over the years, because we've not been in power, have actually gone to other political parties, including the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan and the BSP and the BJP. So there is no real organizational setup on the ground which is strong enough to combat both the organization and the money power of the BJP.
Okay.
So therefore, to blame an individual, just as you can't blame Modi for the defeat in Punjab, you can't blame an individual. The party has to rethink on many fronts. And that's what should be done.
Okay,
but personally, if you ask me,
yes,
there is very little time left to rethink. I think we have to take decisions and move forward.
Okay, so
and
you're saying
some of the decisions that we have to take relate to the organization of the party.
Okay, but Mr. Sibal, this is said after defeat after defeat. I just want to ask you, give me an example then of one, or you're saying the option of Rahul Gandhi being asked to step aside is a non-starter. What then, in your view, are one or two big steps the party can take to stem the decline?
Vasu, for God's sake, don't attribute to me statements that I haven't made. I've made no statement on any leader, right? And either in terms of affirmation or rejection.
Okay, fair enough.
The point is that if you take the UP result, it is the UP result. It's astounding, and it even surprises me. I think it even surprised the BJP. I know of members of parliament as well as MLAs and people who are supporting the BJP who said they dare not go to their constituency because of the fact that people are very upset with them on certain issues.
Right.
So this is really an astounding result. I cannot attribute any logical reasons for it.
No, but
you attribute it to the great Modi wave. But if the great Modi wave were there, let me answer. If the great Modi wave were there, we would see it in Goa, we would see it in Punjab, we would see it there. But how is it that we only see it in Uttar Pradesh? And so there must be some very special factors in Uttar Pradesh which are not prevalent anywhere else. And the Goa and the Modi way works in Uttar Pradesh, didn't work anywhere else. So, this is something that has to be analyzed.
Okay, but what would you say then is a step, one or two steps that the Congress needs to take to try and check this decline? You're saying time is short.
You strengthen the organization. Make sure that your leaders go to the grassroots. Make them stay there. raise issues that are directly connected to the local issues that are relevant to the people living there. Your outreach must be much greater. So these are very important matters that need to be looked
Mr. Sibal,
into.
these are
some of the steps that we need to take immediately.
These are of course well-meaning ideas, but some would say these are the sort of generalities, or this is standard operating procedure for a political party. They should be doing this anyway. Is there anything more dramatic? I mean, for example, do you think that you need need to start promoting, selecting and promoting leaders in states much more? Like, who is your leader in Uttar Pradesh, for example?
Absolutely.
Who is your leader in Madhya Pradesh? Who is your leader in
absolutely. We need
Rajasthan?
We need to. Vasu, please. We with 7 people in the Legislative Assembly, what leader can we have? We need to sort of work very hard for the next 5-10 years to promote a leader in Uttar Pradesh at least.
So you had 5 years.
Okay, as far as Rajasthan is concerned, we have leaders, and you know them. As far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, we have leaders, and you know them. So as far as regional leaders are concerned, we have them, and we have to decide who to promote, who not to promote. That's something that the party, will take a decision on that. But we do have the leaders. I think where we are weak, and in many states, is at the organizational level. And that needs to be set right.
Okay,
But you're right. We need to promote regional leaders, and the fact that we supported Amrinder, he has produced results for us.
Okay, last question to you. That given what we've seen in Uttar Pradesh, is it going to be politically prudent for the Congress to pit Rahul Gandhi against Narendra Modi in 2019?
Politics is one day at a time, Vasu. So what happens between now and 2019, even the stars cannot foretell. So let's sort of wait, watch and wait, and see what comes up in the years to come. But don't worry, Narendra Modi will be challenged in 2019, and don't worry, democracy in India will be alive. And despite what has happened in Uttar Pradesh, which is astounding, democracy will throw up leaders to challenge Narendra Modi.
You don't think 2019 is a done deal after this? You don't think 2019 is a done deal? Planned for 2024, as Omar Abdullah tweeted this morning.
Nothing. Vasu, nothing is a done deal in life, including your channel.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Kapil Sibal, thanks very much indeed for talking to us.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks very much indeed.